What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a little different. As of lately, I've been feeling something very different through the wind. Really been feeling like a little bit of the old me has been coming back. So I decided to make a purchase. A purchase on what? Well, we're about to get into it. It's an old hobby of mine, and it's one of the coolest and most fun activities that I ever participated in my entire life. And I'm really thinking about getting back into it. This is what I call longboarding. You're going to have a 30-40 inch long board, hint the word long. Longer board means longer distance traveling, cruising. You're going to be able to turn a little bit easier, go a little bit farther with less pushing, and really you're just going to get to ride around and catch the scenic vibes of wherever you're at any moment in time. But what really caught my attention, not only the desire of longboarding really coming back to my heart to do again, but at the same time there was a company called Ghost Longboards, and I got notice of it from a TikTok reel. I believe it may have been an Instagram reel. It was one of the two, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And Ghost, if you don't know, if you haven't seen their page or bought one of their longboards, is they make these see-through boards that are super amazing. I didn't have that back in the day. Like, I think the last time I really had longboarded pretty frequently was around 2019 maybe. It's been years. Keep in mind, it's been a long time. 2018, 2019 was the last time I really longboarded, and I was on a basic wooden board, normal circular wheels, all this stuff. And Ghost just had a lot of options out there for people to invest in. And one of the coolest things was Ghost not only gave out boards that they had made, but they allowed you to make a custom board. So what did I do? I went out and I decided this is really cool. I was like, this is a fresh start. It's a new board, and I get to design my very own board that means something to me. So my custom Ghost longboard that I'll show right here, I had chosen the color red. Hence, you can see the logo here right in the middle. It is a Spider-Man logo. I am a huge Spider-Man fan. I love all the Spider-Man, love all the movies, love the Spideyverse. The reason why Spider-Man means so much to me is I've lived by the quote, with great power comes great responsibility, for my entire life. And it's something that I hold to as one of my key morals, and something I truly believe in. So I always think about Spider-Man a lot in everything that I do. So I put it on the board. Red tint for Spider-Man as well. This is basically the Spider board. Blue wheels at the top. But the blue wheels themselves, so they're actually not circular wheels. They're actually called shark wheels. These are really cool. I did not have this on my old board. They're still circular, but they have like waves, like texture to them. And when you spin it, like, you can obviously see the waves, but it still rides like a circular board. Now, these wheels help enhance your riding. They do help with running over bumps a little bit easier, or if you hit like a pebble or something, your board's not just going to freeze up and stop. At the same time, being able to turn on a dime is super amazing with these wheels. So I thought they're super cool, and plus my entire life I've loved sharks as well. Sharks have been like my favorite creature of the sea, so anything shark related, I'm like, bet it's going on there. Key kicker to the Ghost longboard that most boards don't have, which is very attractive. If any of you have ever been out night boarding and you've had a hard time seeing, I remember when I was out with my buddies years ago, I had a hard time seeing. We used to actually turn our flashlights on, and we used to shine in front of us because it was so bad when it got dark. You didn't know if you were hitting an acorn or if something would pop up in the road. Ghost Longboards has actually solved this issue. And I don't know if you can see on the inside right here, but you see that lining? That lining is LED lights. So they have a bunch of different colors, but at night they light the floor up below you so you can actually see where you're going, and you actually can guide yourself, and it's super cool too. It's kind of funny because you're kind of riding around on a see-through UFO looking thing down the street, but I love it. Again, didn't have LED lights in longboards back in my day, and it's one of those things that it's so cool to have it now, and it was so cool to take out and ride around. But real quick, let me go ahead and dim the lights and kind of show you some of the colors and the functions of the LED lights. This is blue underneath the red. Again, they've got red, green, blue, orange, you got yellow, purple, pink, you got a turquoise. That is kind of the one I had it on. or you got basic white. This is what the board technically looks like at night, so you will get to see this when I go out a little bit later. Now that you've seen a little bit more about the Ghost Longboard and my custom board itself, I'm going to go take it out this evening. I'm going to show some clips of it during the day, and then we're going to take it out. We're going to go night boarding. It's going to be super sick. I'm going to have the GoPro attached to the front of the board, and you're going to be able to get a pretty good visual of what longboarding on a Ghost Longboard really looks like during the day and at night. We're about to hop on the board and we're about to catch this action. So, one day later from testing the Ghost Longboard, hands down, I love the Ghost Longboard. It was super amazing. I had a great time out with it. I tested it during the day. I tested it during the night. During the day, I really liked it. I felt like it was smooth. I felt like the shark wheels really absorbed the shock from the ground well. At the same time, just getting to see the aesthetics and the color was super amazing. I also felt like the acrylic glass was a little bit heavier than your normal longboard, so I was able to gather a little bit more speed and a little bit more pace throughout my ride. Then I decided to take it out at night, and I really enjoyed it at night as well. I liked the different LED colors. I could change it on demand whenever I wanted. I feel like I could really see the road. When I was a kid and I used to longboard more, I used to have to use my flashlight sometimes at night just to make sure I wouldn't hit a rock and fall off the board. So, having that LED was super amazing. Just kind of lighting up the paveway for me and really just providing direction was awesome. Now, the only con that I had towards the board is I wish that I could put some grail on the acrylic glass. It's just one of those things, when you're cutting and turning, you want to feel confident in the board, and I believe grail is something that really does help a longboarder feel 110% confident, knowing that the board's not going to slide out from under them, or the fact that their feet are going to fall off. At the same time, not having grail affected me during different weather conditions, and there was a day that it wasn't just pouring, but it was more like misty, a little drizzle outside, and water was just starting to get on the board, and I really felt like my feet were getting slick, the board was getting slick, and I didn't really like the fact that the water was splashing up on the LEDs. I didn't know how that would do. I mean, I think it's protected, but I'm not sure. But either way, without that grail, my feet were sliding, and it was just hard to turn in general. I really could only make a straight beeline and hope for the best. Regardless of grail or no grail, I'm not going to let that one con ruin the board for me. I like the board, and it is my new board from now on. I'm going to use it all the time, and just got to be careful on a couple of the sharper turns, and at the same time, just making sure I don't take it out in the rain. And that's kind of common sense, but you never know. Sometimes you want to board in the rain. If you're someone who's looking into longboarding, or you're possibly new into longboarding, instead of going to your local store, go check out the Ghost website. They've got a ton of longboards out there, different shapes, different sizes. You can put it all together. Different wheels, different boards, make your own creation. It's really cool. Ghost is doing a phenomenal job at appealing to people through the aesthetic side of it. So you're going to get an amazing looking board that is just fit and designed for you. Besides that, if you have any questions about Ghost longboards or my custom longboard or just longboarding in general, you're more than welcome to drop them down below. This is your sign to definitely go out, check the website, possibly purchase a longboard, and see where it takes you. Trust me, you won't regret it. It's a fun hobby. I've done it for years, and I still enjoy it to this very day. But besides that, thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all in the next one.